One day, Keloğlan had a craving for apples. He went to the market and looked around, but the apples were too expensive.
Oh well, I guess I won't eat apples today.
On his way home, he came across a grand mansion surrounded by walls as strong as castle fortifications. In the garden, there were rows of apple trees of all sizes. The bright red apples shimmered under the sun like golden coins. Keloğlan couldn't resist and reached out to pick one. Just as he did, the mansion's gatekeeper saw him and caught him.
Aren't you ashamed of yourself?
Scolded the gatekeeper.
Stealing apples from someone else's garden? You're a grown man!
It is you who should be ashamed. You have imprisoned these poor trees behind walls, keeping them from sharing their fruits freely, and then you gather their apples and sell them in the market like slaves.
Realizing he couldn't win an argument with Keloğlan, the gatekeeper grabbed him by the collar and dragged him to the mansion's owner. The mansion's owner looked at Keloğlan sternly.
My boy, don't be lazy. Work, earn money, and buy your apples like everyone else.
Uncle, who is the real thief here? Me or you? Aren't you the one claiming ownership over what belongs to nature? Shame on you. Let these trees go free so that they can share their fruits with the poor.
The mansion's owner was furious at Keloğlan's words. Without hesitation, he grabbed him by the arm and took him straight to the judge.
Honorable judge, this boy stole my apple, and instead of feeling guilty, he scolds me. Please, bring him to justice.
But Keloğlan was not one to stay silent.
I am the real complainant here, Sir Judge. This man is committing open theft.
Caught between two sides, the judge was utterly confused.
Enough! Who is the thief here, and who is the victim?
Neither the judge nor the highest religious authority could make sense of this tangled matter. In the end, Keloğlan found himself standing before the Sultan. The Sultan listened first to the mansion's owner, and then consulted with his advisors. Furrowing his brows, he turned to Keloğlan.
Tell me, Keloğlan, what do you have to say for yourself?
Keloğlan bowed respectfully.
May God bless you and your family, my Sultan. May you always live in prosperity. As for my words, I say this. Every day, people catch fish from the sea and store them up. I say nothing. They hunt birds in the sky and claim them as their own. I do not object. The land belongs to the earth and the sea to the water. Aren't all these things part of the world's bounty? Yet, while people fence off nature, claiming its gifts as their own, no one calls them thieves. And I, who merely plucked a single apple from a tree, am condemned. Tell me, who was the first to claim a sheep, a goat, or a chicken as their own? Who gave them permission? Whose property did they steal?
The Sultan was astonished by Keloğlan's sharp mind and eloquence.
Such a wise man must not go to waste,
He declared, and appointed him as his new vizier. Thanks to Keloğlan, the government distributed land to the villagers and built irrigation channels. Those without crops received wheat and barley. The poor were given livestock to raise. Seeing these changes, the people worked with all their might, and soon the kingdom prospered like never before. From the sky, 3 apples fell, one symbolizing freedom, one brotherhood, and one equality. Those who ate them found endless happiness,